Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Yes, we're starting a new little podcast series and shit on the channel. And pretty much with this podcast, I'm not gonna expect it to be anything huge or anything. It's just again a little bit more extra content. Already my videos are kind of pretty much usually long as fuck. I've been like with the playthroughs at least on average like 20-30 minutes long, which I think for playthrough it's pretty decent. Like again, I do enjoy making videos that are 10 minutes long. They're a little easier to make and shit. But I do kind of also enjoy making long form content. Like I love doing streams. I love just yeah, in general I like doing streams and shit. That's my best example because I don't really have too many playthroughs that go over 30 minutes, even though that's pretty fucking long. But if you think about it, it's like the average fucking time a TV show goes for. So really my streams are the only thing that have that is like hella long where it's like an hour or longer and shit. And I kinda like that type of form of content. Like yeah, I don't expect everybody to watch every single second, but I don't know, it's just kind of fun to just like drop a fucking video that's long as fuck. But either way, I got a few topics we're going to talk about in today's video. With this podcast series, I do kind of want to go by seasons. Nothing too special for that reasoning besides to give myself some time in between to come up with better topics, and then also just to improve the stream. Like the stream's not always gonna look like this. Like we got a goofy ass green screen that barely works, but it does its job. And we got some shitty ass GIF on well it'd be right there. Some shitty ass GIF right there. So again, we're gonna obviously hopefully battle all of this in the future, but this is what we got at the moment. And the footage behind me, I actually went on a hike and shit. The hike was actually good. It just a long ass fucking hike, and I had to walk though as well. So it was like a good like 2 miles before I got even on the trail, and then to get to, or like I would say I get a mile and a half to get up and then back down. So add that all up. But either way, it was still a good ass hike. So I got a few clips through from that I'm just kind of playing on kind of repeat for the fucking podcast background because I didn't want to just throw up some gameplay or some shit. Like I don't know, I just feel like that'd be goofy as fuck, and it gets me to go out and use my camera more and just do some more like photography kind of shit. But the first topic that I really want to talk about is talk about the negative effects of not taking action. And I feel like this is a big thing that a lot of people talk about. Definitely like podcast channels and Apple podcasters have talked about is just like taking action, and if that's like in things like work, your personal life, or just like in general in life, and I would definitely say taking action is very fucking important. Again, like you're not gonna get anywhere like in life, like if you don't take action. Like again, it sounds dumb saying it, but a lot of people don't realize it. Like I don't want to just say, oh, all women are like this, but I've definitely ran into chicks that are like this, that are like kind of the life's all over the place. They're like again going out partying all the time. They can't really hold down a job, and they expect some dude to give them a place and just kind of um let them do whatever the fuck they want to do, kind of shit. Like if they're a child again, and it's like, bro, when you hit that gap. Or that age, once you're 18 and your parents kick you out, or whatever the fuck, pretty much the second you turn 18, I feel like you gotta take the action. Like, yeah, you won't have your whole life figured out. You won't know, like, the exact job you want to do. You might be a bit confused with a lot of shit, like paying bills and just kind of holding things on your own. But you won't learn how to do those things unless you take the action. Like, yeah, you could, watch people do it, you could hear from people's experiences, but you won't really learn until you do it yourself. And that's just the biggest thing. It just um I feel like a lot of people that it's holding them back from doing what they want to do is that they're not taking action on it. Like I'll sometimes talk to some people and they're like, "Oh, it'd be cool to do YouTube, or it'd be cool to fucking do music, or it'd be cool to make beats, whatever." And some people will really stick with it, and they'll like, okay, I gotta balance things out in my life, my social life, work, and doing my music, or whatever the fuck it is. And then there's some people they'll pick it up for like a week, and I see any growth, and they're like, yeah, fuck it, and it's just, really, you're not gonna have growth automatically. Like sometimes some people do, they get that luck, but most of the time you're gonna have to build it up and just kind of hold that balance. Like again, life's all about just taking action and balancing out that action. Like again, it's obviously not the healthiest thing to put all your eggs in one basket, but sometimes you kind of have to. And I would kind of want to just say, like, for people that do want to do music or YouTube or whatever, like, you can't just automatically, like, just quit school, quit your job, whatever. Like, everyone's situation's different. Luckily, I was kind of able to kind of just say fuck school. But again, in that responsibility of me saying fuck school, I have to hold down a job, or at least have enough of an income to get by, and pretty much at the moment, I'm still looking for other places and shit. I held down a job for like a good 2 years and shit. It wasn't the worst job, but it was pretty shitty. I left for good reasons, but at the end of the day, like, I'm not here to talk shit on jobs and all of that shit, but I'm hopefully gonna get another job soon. I've been putting in interviews, and I've been well, not putting in interviews, I've been putting in applications, getting interviews, and just I've done a couple interviews already, and I'm just kind of waiting on one place right now to kind of figure out where I'm at with them. And yeah, again, that's just a big thing. Like with this, like, one chick I knew, like, a whole lot. Like, yeah, she had some issues and shit like that were a bit complicated, like housing and all of that. But at the end of the day, like, if she didn't just waste her energy on just going out partying and all of this shit, and just kind of looking for someone to solve her problems, or just kind of that one free easy escape, instead of making the escape for herself, or making it out, like, I don't know how to really explain it, making the escape herself, like planning it out and doing it herself. She's now in this stupid fucking loop of just doing the same old stupid shit, like partying, not really having a place, always not really having money, and always having to rely on other people. And that's not how I want to be, in life. And yeah, that's just the biggest thing, is just take action. Like, again, like, life can throw you some crazy ass problems, or you can deal with some crazy ass things, and you're like, holy fuck, how can I get out of this? Or how can I solve this problem? Or yada yada. But everything has a solution, I would want to say. And definitely, if you put in the action to achieve that solution, you will at least get a better outcome than if you did nothing, or at least possibly solve the whole issue, you know what I'm saying? And really quickly, I want to try and make all these podcasts as one straight run, but it's hot as fuck in my room. I'm gonna take off my fucking hoodie. Like, oh, it just transitioned. That's kind of funny as fuck. I don't know if I got the transition or not, but either way, back to what we were kind of talking about with taking action and stuff. Like, no one's gonna, like, people can help you, even if they want to, they just are like, okay, I'll help them, they'll get a friend of mine or whatever the fuck. They only can do so much, they can't just fully just be like, oh, here's this, here's that, here's all of that. No, those, at least at some point where you gotta take a little bit of accountability, a little bit of action, even at that. But really, generally in life, and I feel like guys kind of deal with this shit more, and I'm not gonna say, oh, guys, oh, women, all that shit, but I feel like it's kind of a thing that guys and women kind of deal with on different scales. And I feel like if everyone kind of knows this shit, just shit would be like a lot of people kind of figure out their shit a bit more and just kind of um just be, I guess, like, I don't know, I wouldn't want to say, oh, all of the world's problems would be solved and everything would be perfect, because again, everyone's in different situations and has different problems and shit like that. But definitely the key thing to having healthy relationships, having just a healthy body, and just in general, just kind of having, like I said, healthy relationships with people, and just kind of enjoying life in general, and just kind of having a good life, is being self reliant. Yes, it's kind of a pain in the ass you have to go to work. Yes, it's a pain in the ass you have to go check your oil. Yes, it's a pain in the ass you have to go get gas. Yes, it's a pain in the ass you have to go buy groceries. Yes, it's easier to go get fast food and have someone else cook the food. But when you rely on like a fast food place to cook your food, sometimes you could get healthy food, but most of the time you're just getting kind of garbage food that if you don't, exercise and walk off the fat that they throw in those foods, you're just gonna become fat as fuck. Um, and just when you always have to rely on someone, you're always gonna have to do what that person wants. And that thing isn't always what you want, You're always gonna be chasing what someone else wants, not really what you want. And I feel like the one key in life, everyone's like, what's the meaning of life? I kind of feel like it is to do what you want to do. And sometimes people's actions and their motives are negative, and it fucking sucks. But the key to life is to, I want to say, is do something positive for other people that you enjoy doing, but also other people enjoy, that everyone's benefiting. And I feel like that's where true success comes in, like with like Metro Beast, for example. And you can see it with other music artists and shit, but I'm just gonna use Metro Beast because everyone kind of knows who the fuck that is, and it's probably the easiest example I could use. But pretty much Mr. Beast, he took action into, hey, I want to be successful on YouTube, all yada yada. Took that action, did what he had to do, and then also on top of that, he was just kind of I don't know how to explain it. He just was like, he took the action, did what he had to do, and then also like, he's kind, everyone likes him. He's the type of person where like, if you don't fuck him over, he won't fuck you over. And again, with Mr. Beast, whenever he comes up in like drama or anything, it's usually the smallest things or things that don't even really aren't against him. He's just kind of involved in it, if it makes sense. And I feel like when it comes to true success, he's doing what he enjoys, and that's helping people, making content and stuff like that. And people enjoy seeing that he's helping people, and that people enjoy the content he makes. So it's just all around true 100% success. Yes, you could have success if that is like with you making money. You could have success in like financial success. But if you don't enjoy what you're doing, is that true success? No, you just only have financial success. But if you're able to enjoy what you like to do in life and also have financial success, you're truly succeeding in life. And you could also, enjoy what you're doing in life and not have financial success and still be happy in life. But I feel like true success and true happiness, everyone kind of wants to drive fast cars, live in big houses, not have to worry about, oh, I gotta pay this bill so I can't buy that item, yada yada. They kind of want to feel like a king in a sense. And I feel like that is the one true way to do it, is balancing out those two things of doing what you like to do for a living and finding out ways to make money that way, and then also making it beneficial enough for people to enjoy it and want to either give you money for it or either pay you, either way, and pretty much just kind of moving on to the next topic. It's kind of a big S180, but I hope I don't get canceled for this one. But the negative effects of the fuck, there's so much fucking letters. LGBT or like the left fucking movement. I'm not gonna say, oh, the evil people, I'm on the right, blah blah blah. I'm more in the middle, I would say, and with the left, I wouldn't want to say, oh, 100% of what they do is this evil, terrible shit, but definitely it's not always positive. Like, again, I feel like, yeah, you should support gay people, you should support transgendered people, shouldn't hate on them. They're all humans, so they all have feelings like everyone else. They should express themselves however the fuck they want to express themselves. Who cares? You get to do that exact thing too, so why can't they? But I feel like it's toxic when it gets thrown into kids and like onto kids and all of that, and you can see it happening. Again, yes, you should educate kids about like homosexual shit and stuff like that, you know? But like we have stuff for that, like sex ed and stuff, and even then I would say those should be kind of a borderline with it, because again, it's something you kind of just figure out in life if you're either gay or not, you know? And you just kind of go down the road and you figure out things as you go, you know? And I just feel like when schools throw all this shit in, that it's good, some of it's good, and then some of it's just like, what the fuck, why is, like, a 10-year-old doesn't even give a fuck about this half the time. They just want to go build Legos and shit. And, like, you just hear talks of people being like, oh, I'd support a kid wanting to be transgender, and I'd let him take estrogen if they were a guy, or like chop off the you know what, or if they were a chick, have them go on a testosterone. Fuck, I can't speak. My brain, I don't know why, it just feels like a fucking potato right now. Testosterone. Fuck. This is bad. I can't, bro. I'm just. Okay, testosterone. Fuck. I hate it because, again, like I kind of, I don't know if I explained this, but yeah, I've been drinking a little since I turned 21, and, pretty much, I have good dental hygiene. I keep my teeth clean, I keep my tongue clean, but somehow it got a bit too dirty, and then it got agitated, so I'm like, fuck. It just sucks. So I'm trying not have it hurt, but I'm also not trying to like have a lisp, you know. And then I'm also trying to fucking talk, and also like I smoked a little, so I'm a bit in like the chill zone. But I don't know like how to explain it right now. I feel good, but I feel like just a bit just out though, just in space, and I'm like, ugh. So yeah, they want to like try to give kids these things that like really can really affect the genes and how the body develops, and it's just like it's stupid because they will be like, oh, don't vape, oh, don't smoke weed. That will fuck up your genetics and fuck up how you grow. But then be, oh, like, Billy, you want to be a chick? Okay, here's some estrogen or whatever the fuck it's called. And it's just kind of stupid because it's just like, I feel like, yeah, people who want to be trans should be able to do that kind of shit, but at a certain age. And I feel like 18 plus is good for that kind of shit because, when you're 18, you kind of know yourself better, and you're at least an adult, so you can make your own decisions. That best way to put it. And then the next thing I want to talk about is like the mass fucking censorship. And I kind of want to hit my vape real quick. Vape nature? No, it's fucking stupid. But pretty much talk about the mass censorship, and definitely we can see on things like Twitter, Facebook, and definitely YouTube, but certain creators and shit There's many fucking examples of it. I hope I never fall suit into it. I hope I just always stick under the radar. Or if I ever blow up, they'll just like, dude, that guy, he's really cool. Let's give him a fuckload of money and not take down his shit. Because again, like with me, those things like Rumble and other platforms and shit like that. But I've been on YouTube forever, and I want to stick on YouTube because I know in reality YouTube's the biggest video platform no matter what, at least right now. And I don't know. It's just I've always been on YouTube, so I know the algorithm of YouTube the best too. Every video platform has different algorithms, and you gotta when you switch a platform, you gotta relearn the algorithm. If you don't have a fan base, you gotta 100% just learn it, and it can be a pain in the ass. Definitely when you're like me, when you've been on YouTube since 2012, and now finally you kind of got the channel going, and you're like, I don't want to restart that shit again. You're like, fuck that. And I feel like the mass censorship is stupid because there are some things that need to be censored on the internet, and there are some crazy ass motherfuckers out there. But then there's some people that are just voicing the free thoughts or just kind of questioning the system, and they get their voices cut off completely instead of at least have a discussion, before they get their shit chopped. Their shit now just gets chopped off completely, and it's like, whoa, you didn't even give them a chance. Shit, what the fuck? And with some content creators, like definitely like EDP, etc., definitely those fuckers deserve to be banned and never invited back to the platform. But then there's some creators like Sneaker or shit where they were just kind of questioning the system, and then they had some questions that maybe some people found maybe not the most best questions, or found a bit offensive or whatever the fuck, even though they weren't really offensive in general. Really, it just was questioning like society and shit like that. And usually, I don't know, when you do shit like that in any point in time, even now, definitely they any source of power will trip over that because they don't want to lose that power, and YouTube definitely does have a power over media and shit. And you can kind of see how Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and obviously Google will operate in the same because Google's owned by Google owns YouTube, whatever the fuck. But pretty much they all operate the same because they know they're the biggest tech people. So they know they all operate the same, and they all move in the same way that they can get advertisers to like them the most. And they know that since they're at the top, if they keep a monopoly over it, they could keep a clean, good cycle of money, and no one goes homeless, type shit. And then even at that, they could even make more money on that, and they could kind of just bank away the extras. Um, so it just kind of sucks because it kind of started in 2016 because, yeah, again, you had some dumbasses doing some dumbass things, and then it also kind of sucks because you had people doing some funny things like Filthy Frank and shit, and they kind of got kicked off just because they just had a bit edgier taste or content. But then over the years, it just got more and more harsher, and definitely over the past year, and definitely once COVID started, it just got really bad. And definitely whenever politics or any time there's like a big thing going on with politics, it gets 10 times more stricter because everyone and their mother's like freaking about this and that. And I feel like it just kind of gonna get a bit worse as we go. It just kind of how it is, and it sucks because it just YouTube is still like I feel like a platform where you can freely speak, but not 100%. And it just sucks because any big ass platform kind of gets to that point. Like you could um just tell with smaller platforms in the beginning, it's kind of the wild wasteland, and no one gives a fuck. And then once the money rolls in, it rules get like cut, like everything gets kind of more stricter and shit, and it kind of makes sense, but then it's also stupid because then those um people who, spend time to build up this platform. It's not like Susan's making videos every day to have people watch YouTube. No, it's people like me and other YouTubers that are having people come visit the website every fucking day because we're making videos. So, it's just kind of stupid because it will fuck over people like that. But then also the censorship's kind of nice because it keeps away the weirdos. But at the same time, it just has gotten so strong and so overused that it just is banning everyone, not even just the weirdos. It's banning people that just kind of have a different thought than everyone else, or is just questioning a certain situation, and it's just stupid. And then the last thing to kind of wrap this all up. I kind of wanted this to try be long as fuck. I thought it was gonna be long as fuck, but I guess not. But it might be a good, it might be a bad thing. I don't know. We'll try to have another episode up very fucking soon, and definitely once my tongue kind of gets better, it's gonna be easier. And again, before any comments, I do not have any sexual transmitted disease or anything. I made sure that we good. I've dealt with this kind of shit before. I don't know. It's like citrus shit. It's like once my tongue gets dirty or whatever the fuck, it just sucked because again I keep a pretty good dental hygiene. So whatever, my tongue got dirty and then it got fucking agitated by the citrus shit and it just I don't know how to explain it. It just feels dry but not dry at the same time. It just feels like it's like cracking a bit. But again, I looked at it. There's no sores or any weird shit. So we in the clear. But last thing is, it's about to be masculine, and a lot of people obviously would say it's not bad to be masculine, and definitely for a guy or even your chick being a little masculine is good, But again, nowadays you kind of see people are kind of definitely in media and shit are kind of cutting that shit down a bit. You got people like I forgot what the fuck his name is, but he made the cowboy song back in like 2016, but now he's twerking on the devil and shit. Again, that kind of stuff's weird as fuck. It's good. Like again, I support LGBT people, like gay people, whatever the fuck. But when it just like it's just stupid because they will sometimes be like, oh, people shit on the LGBT community, people shit on gay people, all of this. And then they'll go turn around and shit on people that are straight or people that, yeah, they're like, oh, straight people are stupid as fuck, blah, blah, blah. And it's just stupid because it's like, then you're just pretty much being a hypocrite at that, And, I just feel like at the end of the day, whatever your sexuality is, whatever, if you're more feminine or you're more masculine, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't think either one's more toxic than the other, but I do definitely believe that there's toxic like feminist traits, and then there's also toxic masculine traits. But again, like I said in the beginning of this podcast, if you balance things out well enough in life, you will be good. Life's all about balance and shit like that, All about balance and action. Those are the two biggest things in life is taking action and balance and balancing out everything. And people struggle with that, but that's just a thing you gotta do in life no matter what. But pretty much what I want to just say now is pretty much like again the most masculine dude will have things about him that are feminine, or he will sometimes maybe do a bit feminine things, Again, guys won't maybe put on a dress or whatever, and all of that shit, but they might be more affectionate. Oh, affectionate. I'm making a fucking words. They might be more affectionate, or they might show more of a loving kind of emotion around women they like, or whatever the fuck. They might be all kind of more emotional, I would say, and want to show a bit more emotion. And again, with feminine, like I know chicks are like feminine, but then they're also a bit more masculine than most chicks. Like again, I wouldn't want to be like, oh, they could kick my ass. But again, I could have a problem with my car, and I could be like, hey, can you help me with this, or can you help me solve this issue? And I could kind of know if I bounce ideas off of them, I won't get some stupid ass response and be like, oh, bitch, I didn't think of that one. Fuck. I could actually be like, oh, thanks. That might be actually beneficial. Do it and be like, oh shit, it worked. Sweet, thank you. And I don't know, that's just kind of talking about car shit, I guess, for a quick second. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's bad to be feminine or masculine. It's like whatever. If you're a dude and you're more feminine, I guess that's just how you are. Or if you're a chick and you're more masculine, that's just whatever. But again, there is toxic points, and when it becomes toxic, it's when these people are trying to shame down people that are like, people that are more feminine try to shame down people that are more masculine, because that's how they are. People who are more masculine try to shame down people that are more feminine. It's like, who the fuck cares? Those people are just people, You're probably never gonna meet them. You're never gonna have to probably deal with them ever again if you just see them one time at the store or some shit. You're not gonna have to deal with them a lot. So it's just kind of stupid. And it's like, it's their life. It's not your life. So why does those thoughts and what the fuck they do really fucking matter to you? And I try to just go through that in life. Like, obviously, if I have a friend that's gay or whatever, I'll support them, I'll be like, oh, cool, whatever, just don't do any weird shit to me. And it's like, I'll support them and shit like that. But then, um, also at the same time, I'm not gonna put them on some special pedestal. That's what, like, it's like weird. You kind of notice nowadays, like, I'm not saying, oh, every gay person's like this or anything, but it's like almost nowadays you get put on a pedestal to be gay, and it's kind of stupid because it's like you're like everyone else, but you just like getting dick in your ass, or if you're a chick, you like just cooch. But like, I don't know. It's like, who the fuck cared? And it's just stupid because you see so much advertisement just targeting the whole LGBT movement and all of that shit. And it's like, who the fuck cares? It's like, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, you should support people that are gay. Like, if you have a child or you have a friend that's gay, you shouldn't just cut them off because they're gay. But pretty much, like, at the same time, no one really cares if you like dick in your ass. No one needs to know either, besides you and your partner or whoever the fuck you're doing that kind of shit with. But besides that, I'm gonna wrap up today's podcast here because, again, my tongue's all fucked up. It just, best way to explain how my tongue feels right now, if you ever ate a fuckload of Sour Patch Kids, like a whole bag of Sour Patch Kids in like 10 minutes, and the sugar cuts up your tongue a whole fuckload, that's exactly how my tongue feels like right now. And it's better than it was yesterday, but it's definitely fucking agitating as fuck. And I'm kind of running out of fucking topics to talk about, and I don't want to be like sitting here repeating myself and just being all stupid and shit. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. We'll see you guys all in the next one, and I'll probably do more podcast type shit like this in the future. Maybe get some people on in the future. That'd be pretty cool. But I do kind of like this style, and it's kind of nice because it gets me to go out and go on walks or hikes to go get footage for this kind of shit. So yeah, again, stay tuned for more fucking future podcast type shit, and yeah, see you guys.